First things first.
All right, man. Nick Cannon, really a legend. You know, at this point, we got to respect him. He's done a lot of great things for the black community.
He's got his hand in a lot of the
classic
culture.
shows. Got his hand in a lot of classic projects. Shout out to Ruff. But, you know what I mean, cancel culture is real, and he was on a podcast with a professor who is known for spewing anti-Semitic rhetoric.
Or the truth.
And Nick Cannon doubled down on it. There is a gray area here. I want y'all's thoughts first, and I'll give y'all mine.
He's not an actual professor. His name's just Professor Griff.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He's like a founding member.
He's just a nigga that was there.
Yeah, he's like a founding member.
So I heard
of,
the comments
Public
and
Enemy.
Dr. Umar type shit.
He's a Public Enemy nigga. Like, he's a founding member of Public Enemy.
Okay, got you. Okay, that's okay.
Hearing the actual, I didn't listen to the whole part. I heard the actual statement. You can't say that about white people in America. They're gonna get you. It's facts. I'm sorry. You can't talk about white people that way. You can't speak about their past, and regardless of how animalistic and evil it is. Yeah. You're not gonna do that in this white America and get away with it.
Yeah. So here's the thing: he didn't get canceled for talking about white people. Technically,
right? That wasn't what warranted the.
So the evil and the animal shit, that wasn't it.
Nah,
he got flagged for anti-Semitism, which is attacks against Jews.
Got it.
Which, on face value, look like white people, but they were upset about what he was saying.
It's just like when OJ went to jail for them taking back his Heisman Trophy.
Not
necessarily.
It's just anti-Semitism. Like if you get flagged with that, nigga, you are in trouble in the entertainment industry.
I get it.
And there's reasons for that. Listen, anti-Semitism.
It's worse than calling somebody a nigga.
Because there's power behind it.
Exactly. And they've been able to assimilate. Now, anti-Semitism is real. So I want us to acknowledge that. It is a real thing. And they have been persecuted as a people historically. However, in America, they've had the opportunity to assimilate into whiteness. So...
Well, they're white.
To me.
Exactly.
So there's two kinds of Jews. Like, there's the ones over in Israel look kind of a certain way.
The Bible Jews.
There's the one, not even. There's the ones that...
hey, you know, what are you on?
Hey, we got to see this picture. I'm glad to stop the show.
Then there's like there's the converted ones.
I hate
like,
to do this right now.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's see Shedrick.
Y'all gonna lose it.
Let me see Shedrick.
Y'all gonna lose it. Y'all not gonna make it. We gotta put it in the camera. Man. We gotta put it in the camera.
Come on, man. Hey. Is his tie down in the shirt, or is the tie that small?
He said it this time made me look big.
Hey, that's a big fella, man.
Hercules. That's.
Hey, I'm sorry. Are we in the middle of the show? I'm sorry.
Hey, there's no way that he can wash his whole body.
He ate the whole chicken when he was 5.
If he watched Nutty Professor, he gonna cry. He gonna cry. Nutty Professor is going to make him feel embarrassed.
Somebody let him get on top of them?
I'm gonna need you to send me that picture for the video later. Okay. I'm gonna put it
on
the screen.
No, we can't do that to his family.
The people need to see.
Bro, that's a lot, man.
He does not care.
We don't care at all.
Can you put Cedric Grundy on the bottom?
No, he's not a Grundy.
No.
Okay, so like I was saying,
I'm sorry. Throw it.
There's
he's ginormous.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
Big guy right there.
That's what he said.
That's
what he said. I mean, when people used to call me fat, there are so many niggas that are way bigger than me.
Yeah, there's a paperclip behind the tie.
There are definitely levels for sure. He's in the NBA. He's in the league with the
fellas. Okay, back to anti-Semitism. This is very serious.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, so what I was saying was,
sorry.
Shit. Oh yeah. So there's a Middle Eastern looking kind of Jew.
Indeed.
And there's kind of like the one looks
Hebrew
really white.
Almost Hebrew looking.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Is Orthodox or
so like there's ones, not the Schultzes, because the Schultzes, like if you look at Adam Sandler, that looks like a white man to you.
Yeah.
You go to Israel, you'll see people that kind of have like more of a Middle Eastern look to them. They kind of look, but like so the ones that we usually talk about here are like the whiter looking ones.
Exactly.
And those are the ones that kind of have
last name Schultz.
Yeah, Schultz, the Sandlers, the Leibowitz and shit like that.
Shia LaBeouf.
Damn, is he Jewish?
Horowitz.
Damn.
James Franco.
Franco's Jewish?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
They got to look to him like curly hair.
You go fact check, but we're going to hear later. But
no, so those are the ones usually like you'll describe with like the entertainment industry and stuff like that.
Anglo-Saxon as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they apparently they'll say like they were in Israel and they got like disbanded and they like migrated to Europe and then they came over with like the European look.
Lost their melanin.
Right. Well, anyway. Those are the ones that usually get described as like, you know, those are the ones that we worry about.
Exactly.
The ones in Israel are not bothering us right now. They're not running hip hop. They're not running the entertainment industry.
They don't own Hollywood.
They don't own Hollywood.
Or the Diamonds.
It's Leroy Cohen and his people.
The Cohens.
Yeah, them niggas is important. But in the interview, he didn't
really say that.
Anything about him for real. He said he had, so basically he allowed the dude, Professor Griff, to talk for the most part. I guess he had a meeting or interview like years ago. He was like, yeah, I sat down with a bunch of people and we were just discussing that. Like, if you think about it, the music industry, entertainment is ran by who? And they kind of described who it was. Yeah. And that's just what it was. It wasn't like, fuck the Jews, yada, yada. The actual, if you want to call it hate speech, was about white people.
Back to my point.
But they use anti-Semitism.
Of course they did. It's a mask.
To get him out of here.
You can't say that about us. And he was being anti-Semitic. Right. Get him out of here. It's weird.
Very weird. And the biggest thing is that, yes, Jewish people can pass for white in America, which means that they have the power of the oppressor.
You say pass for white, sometimes I think they think they're white. I think they identify as white.
But the thing is, white's not really a thing. So, yeah, they're white.
Right, within a social construct.
Because white can mean German, French,
exactly, and
Swedish.
And they can wield that shit against people, essentially.
I just saw a good example of it recently. Like, so I'm watching the Epstein doc. I'm like, Jeffrey Epstein does not get to assimilate and rise to these levels if he's a black guy.
At all.
But but they'll tell you, like, Jews are discriminated against, yada, yada. I'm like, nigga, y'all get to really move up if you want to. Like, you can't really give me
Nobody
that.
knows Jewish, you tell them.
Effortlessly.
Exactly.
Like,
in America, y'all don't know Jewish.
And even when y'all really got discriminated against, like the Holocaust, nigga, the whole world fought over that shit. Like,
and they still talk about it every single day.
Like, the entire world.
And why is that? Because at the table, y'all had representation.
Right. The entire world waged a war.
They're doing them wrong there.
We had a little civil war to save us, but the entire world came together to save you niggas.
They weren't really trying to save us.
Nah, they weren't. It was other things going on. But like, nigga, we heard, what's going on over there? What's Hitler doing? That can't go on.
Not the Jews.
I love talking about Hitler because Hitler is my favorite person to go to when it comes to.
Please finish that sentence.
I couldn't. You stop me. My favorite person to go to when we talk about evil and a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, you bring him up and immediately people are like, what are you doing?
Right.
That's a
Lord
monster.
Voldemort for sure.
So why is George Washington not the same monster? I don't get it.
Let's not be named, excuse me.
George Washington on the dollar. He got a statue. He got monuments. It's ridiculous. They're the same.
He was wearing
they're the same ilk.
Slave teeth.
They're the same ilk, bro.
Like a grill. He was in the picture like this.
That's the American district.
That's
slave
the difference.
Smile for me, daddy.
With slave teeth. That's fucking me up still.
You know why? He's American.
Nigga.
Not gonna do it. We're not gonna talk about George Washington being a monster.
What did they say? 30 more at the bottom, 30 more at the top, or something like that. Nigga, that was George Washington.
30 down at the bottom, 30 more at the top.
With slave teeth, nigga.
Crazy. Nah, you're right.
All original sets. I got him after the crop. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The hypocrisy is insane.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. So again, when I hear Nick Cannon say that white people are historically evil, animalistic,
evil,
I immediately think about George Washington, a hero in America. But if I say that, he's got a holiday.
Comes George Washington, run niggas.
But when I say Hitler, and I'll be like, yeah, and Hitler. He's a monster. Or if Hitler ran as bad as George Washington, I'm being anti-Semitic.
If you went to Germany and tried to put Hitler back on the money, people would think that you're the devil.
Wipe out the map. I'm gone.
Nobody's over there saying, but it's our history.
Well,
it's our heritage.
They've also tried to right their wrongs, which what America has failed to do.
Because American white men will not be held accountable.
Well, y'all tried to call Hitler like the history of Germany, like the entire thing. Y'all was funny.
What's the biggest thing that ever happened in Germany?
I'm not German.
I'm not sure.
It's that. The Holocaust.
I'm not German.
But that's also...
It's the one they bring up, so I don't know.
It's the one we bring up.
That we've taught ourselves, that we know as American citizens.
Germany has a history as long as forever. There's no way 7 years.
If there was something bigger than the Holocaust, we would know about it.
Went to a world war about it, like you just said.
So you got to think about the way... I'm going to go with my Lloyd Willin shit. Like, the history books have taught us.
That's fair. Okay.
That the Holocaust is the biggest thing that ever happened in Germany.
Respect. So there could be worse things.
Or it could be better things.
We just don't
or it could be other things.
I'm sure there are great things about Germany.
But when you heard Germany, what do you think?
Shit.
Adolf Hitler.
German sausages and Holocaust, nigga.
Sauerkraut, too. That shit.
Sauerkraut decent.
You like sauerkraut?
Nah, I just brought it up. I think about
we been conditioned, though. That's what we think about
Germany. That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah.
We think other shit like
the
French.
The only thing I don't want us to anti-Semitism is real. So
absolutely,
and I will say
that's not why Nick Cannon's in trouble though.
The problem is that we can't wash away our blackness. That's that comes with the price to pay in America as being a black man. But a Jewish, a modern day Jewish guy can go to the synagogue and feel ostracized and feel oppressed. When he walks outside the synagogue, he's good. Those are different levels here that race plays into the society that we live in today.
They're ostracizing themselves in the synagogue.
So
yeah, man,
not inside of it. They're good in there, but niggas know if they're in there, then they ascribe to a certain belief system. But
I just don't see people like people get so mad at like Muslim people for practicing their faith. I've never seen anybody like
they just
be mad at Jewish people for practicing
their faith.
They just shot an entire synagogue up.
Damn, they did.
Yes, they did.
Damn,
because they knew if they go in that synagogue, they get some Jews.
Damn,
yeah.
It was in Pittsburgh like last year.
And the reason
your point doesn't change though.
Yeah, they'll go in I feel like I can kill Muslims too because
he was saying
I feel like I can openly be Jewish and for my faith. If I'm Muslim, if I practice Islam, can I do my daily prayer facing to the northwest, just in the public anywhere without without fear of harm?
For sure. There's
so
levels.
To me, I feel like any religion that is not 100% white, they'll ascribe the radicals to their religion. So like if you got Muslims, you don't think about the radicals. You got like Islam. It's only the radicals. You think 9/11. You think the black Muslim. They crazy. They hate Jews. You think about the niggas I fuck with. All them niggas on the corners. They be screaming at white people. Like you don't ever think of like
that's what y'all do.
The white. That's what they. If I said, hey, you know what I'm saying, I believe in yada yada yada. They be like, oh, you Hebrew Israelite. You wear the shit. You be on the corners with the
they will talk about the worst part.
They only talk about the negative.
Or what is deemed as the worst part.
I never seen none of your niggas be wild.
I ran to Son West like, and them your niggas. I was like, nah, them not my niggas,
But they part of that tree though.
But you would never say Jim Jones is the model Christian.
You gotta remember who you're talking to, because I also understand the KKK is a Christian organization.
You do, but they don't bring up. You don't bring them up first though.
You wouldn't. That's not gonna happen.
Right. I'm saying that Americans wouldn't, but I would.
I'm gonna talk about America. Or the Catholics, you don't think about niggas getting fucked in the ass immediately.
I do.
We do, but niggas still run into their churches.
Worldwide, they don't.
Yeah, no.
When the Pope walk out, people be like, "Oh my God, the Pope!"
You know what I'm saying?
Not who booty he touched this week.
Right. People are going to that in masses, so you don't think of that. But anybody outside of that, I think the only people that pass that is like Buddhism. I don't think niggas think about wild Buddhism. Niggas.
Nah, you never think about the nigga from Ace Ventura when that's your
peace and
tranquility. But so to me, I'm a context nigga. I watched the whole interview just to make sure I wasn't tweaking.
I feel you.
And if there's like anything that's anti-Semitic, so the only thing he ever said was like that black people could possibly be the Semitic people as well, and that shouldn't be deemed as anti-Semitic to me.
We couldn't be the descendants of the Jews.
It's not. So Bible talk. Yeah, Bible talk. Noah, 3 sons, Shem, Ham, Japheth, 3 niggas, 3 ways. Chances are, if you're not Shem, Ham, or Japheth, you gotta fall in there somewhere.
Right.
Semitic is Shem, so nigga, why couldn't we be? But if you say that, and I always want to see a nigga like say that without some wild shit attached to it. So like Deshaun Jackson had this shit last week. He said it, but he also had, he ain't said, he had a quote.
Louis Farrakhan shit.
But nigga, Hitler was at the bottom, so did that, it's over. And then Nick Cannon had his shit, but he also had the white people are animalistic and whatnot. So it's easy to attack it. Yeah. If you just plainly say that the black people here might possibly be Semitic, is that anti-Semitic?
No.
Is that a problem? I think it is though.
Well, they don't want niggas in there in the fold with them.
Right. But
it is a problem.
It's a problem. Why can't we be?
You know what it gives us? A seat at the table.
Yeah.
Hell no.
We got one. Drake's
them niggas can't sit in here.
That's real. I'm also under the impression that, you know me, I don't think that black people can oppress anybody because we the most oppressed. So
but they literally
we don't have the power or the resources to oppress another group of people.
He got smacked off the map. Nick Cannon, nigga. Yeah. So you think you could dance? What's
America's Got Talent,
The Masked Singer,
all that shit.
Nickelodeon.
And you know what's funny? He was damn near asking for it. He's on the show like, yeah, they let me do what I want to do. I can do that. What? Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, this nigga on here asking for it.
Talk about white people.
And then Viacom said, nah.
Hey, he was really rocking on that shit.
And then he had to apologize. I'm like, damn, that sucks. And
they still ain't going to bring the show back.
No. And we got to try to route. And then it was like, so he got killed on the front end by like people saying he was anti-Semitic or whatever. and then he apologizes, and then we kill him on the back end like, oh, you a bitch, nigga.
I hate that.
You gonna bow down to these
because
niggas?
Why should I lose my job?
We ain't never had millions on the line.
Why can I'm not allowed to apologize to keep my job. But if your work come call you and say, look, say what you got to say, you out of here. And you think about your motherfucking mortgage is due tomorrow.
My nigga Josh had a quote. What do you do? He was like, I don't know what kind of time Nick Cannon is on, but I imagine it's not the same time we're on. It's like, we don't even understand, to think that they say, hey, man, apologize, or, these contracts are gone. And these contracts add up to $75 million.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And he's also responsible for the livelihood of so many people.
Bro, he's brought me some of my favorite comedians. Nigga,
like
Chico Bean, Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, nigga.
Niggas grab their money like this.
I am going to miss Wildin' Out.
Money.
Yeah. And then niggas try to say that Ryan Seacrest gonna be the host, and I was like, It was a joke.
The what?
Wildin' Out.
Yeah, it was a meme. It was
so
funny,
did he try to step in and say, you come to Revolt? I don't even have Revolt. I gotta find Revolt to watch it, but I will if he brings Wildin' Out on, I'm gonna get Revolt. But are niggas gonna do that?
It's just unfortunate
that call DirecTV and say, hey, how much more for the Revolt?
We as black people will turn our back on him so quick and be like, oh, you weak ass nigga. No,
niggas
nigga,
was
what
just
the fuck?
saying protect
I gotta be
Nick
broke.
Cannon.
I gotta lose my job now. I can't.
Damn. They were just saying protect Nick Cannon 6 months ago. Yeah. But now it's fuck you, nigga. You sold out. I can't believe
shit weak,
you.
Though. That shit weak. And once again, I keep on coming back to it. Anti-Semitism, that is a real thing.
Nobody's saying it's not.
Mm-hmm. I know, but I'm just bringing it up because I feel like in the black community we don't understand that, and I get it, but understand the anti-Semitic rhetoric has led to the persecution of millions of people. I'm not excusing the oppression of black people at all, but you can't sit here and say that it's not real. No,
I don't think I understand what you're saying. I don't think you need to say that in this situation because anybody that's paying attention knows why Nick Cannon really got fired.
Yeah,
and it wasn't because of anti-Semitism.
It wasn't anti-Semitism.
It was because of what he said. He told the truth about white Americans.
Well, you know what? I'm
that's
torn.
Not ever going to fly.
I'm torn. I think it was both. Because I think that trigger got pulled by somebody who's Semetic.
Fair. I just think when you
get him up out of
when
here.
you call white folks on what they've done.
Mm-hmm. Can we fact check the head of Viacom? If there's a Uberitz at the top, then I'm going to say that was because of what he said. And all he said was that we might be the Semitic people too. And that's enough to get your ass get up out of here.
That's us, bud. Get your own struggle.
Man, it's
you niggas
deep.
aren't Jews.
It's deep. We cannot have it. There's no way. They won't let us. We got to figure it out.
I just knew. I mean, anybody that we love that's black, say what Nick Cannon said, they in trouble. If LeBron got on TV talking about white people have always been evil and animalistic, shit, Jersey sales going down.
Yeah, they were going.
Nike looking at him like.
I would say they were going hard. They were like, they ain't got no melanin. That's why they evil. Like, if they had melanin, they wouldn't be like. And you know what I'm saying? What he was doing was he had a radical on the show. And really, so once a nigga's tagged as radical, like, you cannot bring them on your platform without catching flack. Like, we couldn't bring Louis Farrakhan in and talk to him.
Fucking tight.
He's immediately tagged as anti-Semitic. It doesn't matter. What he says that day, he's anti-Semitic. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And that's what happened to Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson posted a quote from a book that might be false or whatever.
It was fake.
But he also posted pictures of Louis Farrakhan 2-3 times in a row, and they was already shitty at him.
Louis Farrakhan has a lot of good things to say, though.
Nobody care.
Don't cancel me.
Nobody care.
I don't agree with a lot of the crazy radical shit. That doesn't mean he's not intelligent.
He's a human being who says, it's like Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson says wild shit. A
lot of wild shit.
35% of the time. But every once in a while, you like,
do you need the white man's paperwork?
You be like, damn, that makes sense. Maybe I can agree with that.
Right.
But it doesn't matter because they're already tagged a certain way.
Right.
And Professor Griff is a nigga that's been tagged as anti-Semitic.
For years.
Once I saw
wouldn't it be easy if it was Semitic?
You said Semetic. You making it systematic and systemic again. It's funny.
No, anti-Semitic. Ain't that it?
Should bring it.
Yeah,
Semitic.
I think it's Semitic.
Semitic.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Either way, I feel like they called it a certain way, and then they didn't do anything but reinforce the fact that we know that they run shit.
Right. Y'all provided me a new perspective, man, and I get it. I get the whole shit.
Definitely, I don't want anybody to leave thinking, they don't think anti-Semitism is real.
It's absolutely real.
I just know that you can't say what he said about white people,
right? And
in America,
the Jews we interact with have the ability to assimilate. The ones over there probably wouldn't be as easy for them because they look a lot more Middle Eastern.
Because I didn't know Max Kellerman was Jewish. I had no idea.
It's almost like you almost have to catch the names because it's a
be
name
honest
thing.
with you? He has no desire for you to know. until he tells you.
If the Middle Eastern Jews came here, people would
hate them.
They would think they were Muslim.
They would think they're Muslims.
Right.
Talk about them bad.
There are people in this society we live in.
Brown boy.
If he introduces himself as Max and not Kellerman, you don't know he's Jewish unless you catch him with a thing on.
Exactly.
You have no idea. They have assimilated.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. Right.
We can never do that.
They don't. When you walk into an interview, it ain't like, I thought I had a Kyle that wasn't. I thought I had a good Kyle.
Bro, Jeffrey Epstein got a job at a big finance firm with no fucking degree. He lied about his degree. They caught him, and they let him keep his job.
He was doing great work.
No, he wasn't.
I know.
White,
that's what they're going to say.
But he looked like one of them. It's not a big deal.
He's good. He's got a lot of potential.
If it's Jeffrey Williams, nigga, you're fired. You lied about your school? Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
What are you
lying
doing?
ass nigga. Get out of here.
Nigger.
So that's
they're all lazy and lying.
They always try to do
Didn't do nothing.
Like
Didn't do
oppression Olympics. Like, and I hate doing that shit, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
As much as it's not the same. Yeah.
And it's the same thing for Irish and Italian immigrants and shit. Well, my great grandfather, he was Italian. They treated him like shit. Yeah, but over time, you just white. You know what I mean?
You married a Polak and you're good money.
And the thing about when those people, those Irish and Italians came over on them boats, they treated them like shit because they were poor, not because of color of their skin.
Right. If you came over with the bands, you'd have been respected.
If you came over, opened up a nice shop, and they leave it.
And Irish people were not slaves just because that indentured servitude felt like slavery to them.
That's not slavery.
Does not make it slavery.
We was geeked about indentured servitude. We said, "Oh,
give me a little bit of money.
Give me a little bit of money now. Cool.
And I can live in the house. Yes.
Ain't nobody gonna fuck my wife or stick a dog on me.
We're geeked.
What?
That's a crazy. Indentured servitude was a plus for us.
They ain't gonna feed me the dog or I can't pick no more cotton.
Well,
fuck out of here.
Indentured servitude was cool because they be like 5 years.
I made
after
2
5
nickels
years,
this month.
You're free. You're good to go. And they might see you out and get you a beer.
Pretty much online 5 years.
Man.
Yeah, it's just levels to it. Let's move on, man.
I need Nick Cannon to come back. I fuck with Nick Cannon.
I like Nick Cannon as well, man. Great perspective, man, for sure.
Next.
For sure.
Can't nobody hold him.
Next.
What y'all hiding? What's next?
Indeed. Black people don't have power, all right? Stop acting.
You guys
like
had a
do.
black president. Oh, my God.
We don't have power, man. We don't
gave
have
you
the
what you
same
wanted.
power that people do. And that's just, it is what it is.
It took him a week to get Nick. The interview's from June.
And what's so crazy is 3 cops murdered Breonna Taylor.
Shot her in cold blood.
And it just came out that she was alive for at least 5 minutes, and they didn't help her at all.
I saw that too. And one of them was just on vacation with his family.
Bitch ass cops.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't he be? He ain't in jail.
But Nick Cannon made
it's the summer. That's what niggas do on vacation.
You know what I'm saying?
He did anything wrong. He just shot an innocent woman.
That was sleeping.
That's the parallel.
At the wrong house.
I mean? That's the juxtaposition of being American.
God, that word.
As a black person.
It's tough.
I love juxtaposition. It's one of my favorite words.
That X in there is just crazy.
I know Jux.
Yeah, bro. It's just, they didn't do anything. They're fine.
Yep. Good.
They're fine.
But Nick Cannon.
We made a mistake, okay? Get off our backs.
Said some sentences and now he's gone.
Goodness gracious. You guys never made a mistake before?
They just canceled Carlton, bro. In our faces. Carlton Banks. The one that said, I would have stopped me too. Just got canceled.
I would have canceled him back then too.
I would have pulled us over too.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Yeah. I mean, we were.
Wait, what?
Nick Cannon in the range of Negroes is a Carlton nigga.
Yeah, for
face
sure.
value.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's a much realer nigga than that.
Yeah, but
Carlton was a real nigga.
Carl wasn't no bitch. He was just preppy.
When Carlton pledged or was about to pledge, Carlton was like, hey, nigga.
You got C-Note fucked up.
And Carlton, right, nigga. He pulled the tool out when Will got shot. Carlton really.
And then he went to that community college with Will.
Yeah, Will. He went to UCLA.
He went to ULA.
That was
out. Ivy Tech.
That was Ivy Tech.
I thought it was they couldn't use the C in UCLA, guys.
ULA. That was
Ivy
They had
Tech.
football games. Peacocks.
Man, listen.
We're marching down the field. Peacocks.
And we refuse to
that was the vibe, bro.
I'm pretty sure ULA UCLA guys.
South New Hampshire University.
They didn't have no classrooms. They just had the little cafeteria and the little shop.
That was it in the shop.
Yeah, that was Indiana Wesleyan.
But yeah, Will. Carlton had Will crying when he pulled the tool. Like this crying ass nigga from Philly. I got the gun. You crying.
Carlton was always a real nigga. He just presented otherwise.
He started out rough.
But I
think writers started said we gotta fix Carlton, guys. It looks real bad on TV.
He's got
for sure. Let's move on, man. Cap.
Shout out to Nick Cannon.
Next.
I'm gonna miss wilding out. So
the Marion County
All right, man.
Fair.
Last story. First things first. State Fair.
State Fair did not happen.
My
You
bad.
are terrible today.
The Marion County Fair.
Respect your county,
Community
nigga.
Fair. You know what I'm saying?
That was community fair.
Shout out to the city.
The JUCO affairs.
Definitely JUCO.
Definitely JUCO fair.
JV. They couldn't have the real fair in August, so they went ahead and threw this one on.
And let me just say this.
Marion County Fairgrounds.
Let me get this out of the way. Like you just said, couldn't have state fair. So niggas decided.
Nah, we don't have that power.
Oh no, we decided we was going to that fair.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I know a lot
You
now.
out.
In offense, I know a lot of people that go to that fair.
I don't, bro. I would wait on the state fair every
He
year.
the king of the city. If you don't know nobody,
I don't.
They don't go.
That's very few people I see go. It's on the south side. Nobody want to go over. It just ain't. It don't feel right.
Where the fairgrounds at?
It's off the highway on the way to like Beach Grove.
It's like if you going to, if you going to Waterman's Farm, low key.
You know when you go on George Beach Grove and that big.
I've never frequented Beach Grove.
You've been on the way to
before.
Bloomington a bunch of times.
Is that way? Okay, cool.
On the way to Bloomington,
Kentucky
right before
Avenue.
you get to where the bowling alley and shit is.
Got you.
It's that big cool
South
ramp.
side.
Yeah. South side.
South.
Niggas decided that we was gonna go to this fair instead. Man, everyone was great for 2 weeks or however long it is.
It's been about 2 weeks.
Until
Look at this.
Whatever you're doing. Yeah.
last night, it was reported that gunshots were fired. The article in the paper, I'll just read what the article said. 'Cause I don't want to misquote and I don't want to be wrong.
Go ahead, player. I will say I saw a picture and there was a cop with no mask on.
Yeah, the
When
other
there's
cop
a,
you
there's a
posted.
mask enforced rule right now.
in Marion County.
But a cop didn't have a mask.
Maybe it
on.
just got so intense out there he took his mask off.
I think it went around his ears. It wasn't a chin strap. He didn't have a mask at all.
According to IMPD, around 8:40 p.m., deputies with the Marion County Sheriff's Department were escorting some problem juveniles, excuse me, from the fairgrounds, and reportedly 100 to 150 juveniles and adults rushed the fair's admission gate and forced their way into the fairgrounds.
Y'all cousins been wilding out.
Hey, I know niggas when I hear them, okay? And them niggas.
For sure. You can play the Cape Sound for
Them
me.
niggas. That's okay, play it. It's okay.
No, I can't.
You can't right now.
Are you about to say, can I guess what you're going to say?
Go ahead, bro.
Because niggas have been oppressed for so long.
Now I'm going to say.
Okay.
Okay, I was wrong. Go ahead.
But I do understand that there is a condition that comes with being a part of a place where opportunities are scarce, resources are scarce, and so you may behave in a particular manner. Also, my side argument to that, my cake on the side, you know what I mean, is that
Junior
there are
cake.
also people in this room, given the opportunity,
We've already debunked that.
will do their best
I'm not rushing in the gate, bro.
to get free shit.
You walk in.
You're making, but okay, you're making trying to get free shit and crazily rushing a gate the same thing. Those are two different things.
But
That's not the same shit.
He's not saying y'all will rush it, but after the rush, y'all would definitely.
I would definitely slide in, yeah. But if there's no more gate,
bro.
if there's no more gate, nigga, what I'm gonna do?
You know what else I wouldn't do? You know what else I wouldn't do? I would not shoot a gun where I know there are children. And that's a problem for me. And if I find out that these people were white, I would be even more upset, actually.
Really? I'd be geeked.
Fuck it. They're trying to kill us.
No. They were trying to.
That's
kill
how I
each
look at it. I look at it. They're trying to kill us.
White people would
but
burn it down.
You're giving niggas that shoot in public too much credit. Nobody's thinking that way.
You need to.
If you talking about the '60s when niggas had morals and shit like that, and it was the
Yeah, it's
mob
just
That's
mentality.
the fair, bro. You got the toolie out,
If I
bro.
up the pole, nigga,
Man,
I'm shooting.
I don't know. Do you feel
that's why I
as
pulled
though-
it out so I can
So
shoot.
Right.
this is my question to y'all.
Yes, sir.
And I want y'all to back it up with evidence, whatever data you got. Are black people inherently ignorant? Are we born ignorant? We born to do just silly shit like rushing the gate?
Is it a learned behavior?
Why? Okay, and my question for that is, why is that a learned behavior in the black community? Why is that? What's
Ignorance is
going on?
learned in every community, bro. Racism is ignorant. It's learned.
It is.
But if I'm tall, if I'm a kid and I'm tall, hey
That's a
nigga,
nice twist you put in there. I like that.
if I'm tall and we definitely have a hood code. You know what I mean? If a nigga say something, busted that nigga. That's real. That is taught.
Grundy.
That is taught.
Hey man,
That's just a real nigga shit. That's not real.
That's taught behavior, bro. You weren't taught that.
I was not.
And that's and so no, we're not in it. We're not ignorant.
We're not.
But we can
We're
be
not at
taught
all.
ignorance, and they're just gonna be passed down, for sure.
Okay, so I feel like in my experience, man, as a black man, from suburban America,
Yeah.
Cul-de-sac.
A lot of resources where I'm from.
Yes. And nothing wrong with that.
I learned values and lessons.
Yes, sir.
Hit the UE on the block, nigga.
Whatever.
So you never snuck it anywhere free?
Turn, nigga.
That's not what I'm suggesting. What I'm saying is I don't like to create a narrative surrounding black people like, oh, well, we just ignorant fools. I think there's been
in this one situation, this one-off situation, them niggas were acting fools.
Hey, man, right. Now, I'm not saying they weren't, but there's been a breakdown along the way that might have led to that decision for people to act that particular way.
But
that's all I'm saying.
We're also assuming these are Negroes.
For sure. And you know what? To think that all 150 were black, that's stupid. That's not
they
true.
were on the south side. Yeah. Some of the people were definitely white.
But what I'm saying is, you have to be careful with that because we will continue to do silly things, and that it sounds like an excuse for poor behavior.
So,
and there's no excuse for poor behavior.
I understand there's no excuse for poor behavior, but what can we do to stop behaviors like that from happening again?
Teach.
So it's sad because...
And even that's got its own set of issues and a whole other can of worms. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
that's all I'm saying.
It feels like, for you, like, you would need the systems and the structure and the racism to go away before you ever hold, like, black folks accountable for what they do. And it doesn't seem like, for me, that's just not realistic.
Let's be very open about black people. We all know this is a term we all use when niggas get to acting silly. These niggas is ignorant. Niggas got to acting a fool.
I don't call that niggas ignorant. I can't do it.
Oh, Nick, no, this is some ignorant niggas.
And the fool thing, you're supposed to call niggas
cutting up down there.
It's some ignorant niggas.
I say niggas is wilding. That's
okay. That's fair. Okay, but
wildin'.
we all and we don't. You know what we don't do? We don't say it around white people. We know better. You don't never, even if you could be at Walmart and they could be tearing the paint off the wall. You'd be like, damn. You walk to the corner, niggas acting silly in there. Whoo!
It just seems like
you don't call them out in there. We made a deal.
For Lloyd, it feels like it's an unattainable goal. Like, to me, I don't think racism is ever getting eradicated, which means the systems,
I don't either.
The systems are never going anywhere either.
I agree.
So, like, are we always going to be this way?
Nah, but hell no. I just don't want to say or paint over situations and just say, oh, well, niggas is gonna be niggas.
No, I didn't say that.
Or like,
I'm a niggas gonna nigga. I love that.
That's my favorite.
Niggas gonna nig.
I have a question, Lloyd. This is a serious question. When can you say, when you see something that somebody's done, when can you say, why are niggas on that? When niggas gotta grow up or do better? When can you say that? When is it not gonna be somebody else's fault? What situations? I'm asking.
I think niggas,
this is the one.
There's gotta be something, bro. Because if that's the case, if there's never a case, then
you know who I can hold accountable?
Who?
People in my family, my friends, my frat brothers, people that I know or see, who I'm able to connect and in contact with.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use that.
Give me a situation.
I'm using that. No, hold on, wait.
But listen, there are families.
I always like when Lloyd does this because it looks cool on the camera.
There are families. You know what I mean? There are neighborhoods and communities where this is a cycle of behavior.
Absolutely.
So my only thing with that is, we know these are people that are born here, the good-hearted people. So what has happened to them, conditioned them for them to continue to do these ridiculous things?
There's good people on both sides.
So listen, a question. This question. I can use your family because this is what's right here. Use your cousin right here. Let's say, and this is not the type of person he is, all of a sudden he's robbing banks.
He got to stop. He got to relax.
Right out them banks.
And I'm going to tell him.
So I'm broken. The white man's not giving me a job. I've been beat down by the system, and that's my only option.
Right. That's crazy.
Okay, but it's crazy to think that he would not be valid if he would not be valid in suggesting or saying that. That is a real result.
He has no business. No, he's just no business robbing banks.
I know him.
No.
I know his situation, so he doesn't. That's ridiculous. But there are some people
run out of a bank.
Yes,
that got to
with a mask.
Yes,
on,
I agree with that. But to give everybody that benefit of the doubt is dangerous because niggas will hear. If niggas heard this, they'll be like, "Shit, really? He right? It ain't our fault, nigga. We broke. Blow this motherfucker up." I'm taking everything.
But why?
That's dangerous.
Okay, but why are
y'all wouldn't know if I robbed the bank?
Why are niggas always broke? Why is it always just niggas that are broke?
Oh, it ain't.
Those people I know who are broke.
White people are broke too.
Yeah. No. Oh my God. No.
Broke white people?
You can't.
Bro,
hold on. And broke white people?
You can't say that shit.
I know we've talked about this before, but there's poverty amongst other ethnicities.
For sure, but why are we?
No, don't do that. No, you just. All I said was white people are broke too. They are broke white people.
So Nigga, so what?
Yeah, bro. Like, what you on, bro? No, don't do that.
No, don't get it twisted. Our poverty is definitely
absolutely, but
it's systemic.
We're not the only. Absolutely, that don't mean we the only poor people.
There's a plan to us being poor for sure.
A homeless white kid, fuck him, huh? Because other white people are rich. Fuck the homeless white family.
What I'm suggesting.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
But you're taking away from the plight of black
people.
No,
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm not.
No,
I'm not. No, I'm not. No, it's impossible.
You are, bro.
It's impossible. But nigga, you sound like a nigga that says fuck everything and everybody. DJ if a white family's dirty on the ground, poor, fuck them.
That's not what I'm suggesting.
What are you saying? You need to clear up what you're saying.
Commit no crime.
Clear up what you're saying, bro. That's what it sounds like, bro.
It has no idea about being woke, bro. None of that shit.
No, clear up what you're saying.
You're trying. Listen, for generations. Why are y'all acting like why?
Why are you saying y'all? I'm kicking it.
But what? No, because it's coming off that way. Why are we acting like black people are afforded the same opportunities to make it?
Who said that?
We never said that.
Who said that? Nobody said that.
Our poverty is definitely systemic.
So with that being said, where's the butt coming from? Why are we trying to
all he said was
negate that argument?
It would be foolish for us to say that other people aren't poor.
I'm not suggesting that they're not.
You literally just did.
Okay, but with that being said, is it systemic? Is that
I didn't say it was.
That doesn't mean fuck them.
It's systemic to a lesser degree.
Yeah.
A much lesser degree. Classism is real, right?
Classism is real.
I'm very confused.
But that doesn't mean fuck them because they're poor, because they're not black.
And that's what you need to clear. That's what it sounds like you saying.
That's the 1%'s way of thinking. We can't be the ones think like that. It's fucked up for us to think that way. Fuck them because they're poor.
Yeah, because there are poor Latins. There are poor blacks. There are poor whites.
You literally said it doesn't matter.
There's a little bit of poor Asians. There's
never
a small amount.
Never mind. I know some Asians live in the hood though, for sure.
Yeah. My only thing about
they got it figured out. Asians don't be poor.
I don't know how they do that.
My only thing about the
poverty, math everywhere.
My only thing about the poverty Olympics, especially as it connects and correlates to our white brothers and sisters in society. So let me back up and say, yes, poverty is a problem.
Fuck that. Let's take it to Latin instead. Finish your statement, but use Latins instead of whites. Because whites is hard to do because they have every advantage possible. Right. Okay. Latins don't.
But in my opinion, minority poverty goes in the same boat, or it's all the same thing to me. I didn't like it when you said, well, there are white people in poverty, because to me, that is an attempt or a way to justify and validate and say that the reason that we are in poverty is on our own doing.
Let's
and that's
back
not
up.
true.
But the reason this happened is because I said, if he's robbing banks, you said, why are niggas always poor? A lot of people are poor. And then we went into this. So I didn't just come out like, we're not the only poor people. This was based off what you said. Why are we always poor? Because we are oppressed. That is a fact. Nobody's disputing that. We're the most oppressed thing that's ever happened. Nobody's more oppressed than the African American.
L'chaim.
But bro, like, he shouldn't be robbing no bank. And when you say stuff like, bro, I mean, historically, we are fucked up historically. It doesn't mean we get to excuse piss poor behavior that we know is wrong.
Because there were niggas from the cul-de-sac running through that gate, nigga. Best believe.
That's it.
There are niggas in this room that run through that gate.
I know, we said that.
That's
to me, that's make it okay.
It does not make it okay.
So why can't we just say them niggas was tripping? Why can't we say them niggas was tripping? Why can't we say that? That's what this argument is all about.
So, I'm almost certain, say Lloyd Willin's residence gets broken into, the first thing you thinking are not like, man, they probably needed my shit. That's why they did it, because they were
No, that's not what you think that, nigga. We're gonna have a talk. And we're also gonna find them niggas. Or white people that broke in your house.
I'm saying, if he got cameras, he sees niggas stealing this shit, and he says they only did it because they needed it and they were oppressed. I know they needed it.
They needed my PlayStation.
The system got them fucked up. They needed a PlayStation 4.
Is that what you gonna say?
Is that what you gonna say?
No.
Hell no.
That's all we said.
Okay. But at the same time,
hell to the no.
Listen, you are not wrong.
At the same time,
it's definitely not black or white. It's gray as fuck.
To bring that conversation to the table, because if we don't, people will use that as an excuse or a way to say, "Oh, so that's what they always act like that." See, that's how they are.
I don't care about.
They don't need
people.
help.
I only communicate with mine.
But let me understand this. This is a public platform. These conversations are then shared with, hopefully one day, millions of people. So when you present that rhetoric or present that narrative, for someone listening, they can say, dang, you know what? That's right. You are right about that.
I'll say to me though,
when
I come on this podcast, I assume I'm talking to black people.
What if the rhetoric they hear is...
That's my assumption.
Well, that guy thinks black people can do whatever they want. It doesn't matter. What if they hear that rhetoric?
I'm not saying, but I'm not even trying to suggest that.
Bro, that's what it comes off as. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It sounds like if I do something stupid, it's cool. I'm oppressed. That is dangerous. It's dangerous. It's fucking dangerous. Because we are oppressed. But that's still, you can't just do fucked up shit.
I understand that. But I will also say to you, the conversation and the narrative you presented is also equally as dangerous.
So what do we do?
In my opinion. We got a lot of shit to work on.
We don't talk about this shit.
Cursed in the bitch, ain't we? It's cursed in the motherfucker up here.
We can't talk about shit.
We can't figure it out, can we?
We can't talk about shit.
That's not what I'm suggesting.
What are we going to do?
I'm going to always have that stance. I'm going to always just bring that shit up into the conversation.
But we know that. But in this situation, we talking about some niggas that were shooting at the fair. We got to just talk about that.
So ridiculous. I would ask. So
how can we fix it?
Do you bring it up? So say
stop giving dumb niggas guns.
There's no mics. There's no camera. This isn't the podcast. It's just us 6 niggas in here talking. Do you still bring it up? Or is it just because you feel like there is a wider scope of people listening?
He still brings it up. He did it before the show.
I'll probably still bring that shit up.
To us?
That's crazy.
He is ally man.
No, it's not. It's not an ally thing. It's just to me. So to us, oppression is like the ABCs. Like nigga, we know it's not. We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, we know
that
it
is the baseline of our existence. We understand that niggas are treated a certain way in America. Everything from that point on is the discussion.
Does it? Am I trying to excuse the behavior? No, not at all.
That's what it feels like.
My point to you, and I know you. I know you personally. I know that it comes off that way. Is my point.
Okay,
that's how it comes off.
My thing with that is though, Ree, when you made your comments, to me it came out a particular way. All I'm saying is, we got to be careful. Even I got to be careful. Maybe I wasn't as careful when I said, "Hey, man," but don't forget about that history shit.
This is first things first.
It is first things first. I just because he does it. He did the same thing.
Let me be very clear. I would never go to my job and be like, "You see them niggas shooting at the fair?"
I'm not starting that conversation.
Absolutely not.
But so he has the same stance from like when niggas do bring up like violence in our community. It's like, why you bring it up? That's dumb. Don't talk about that. But it's like to me, that's an in-house conversation. We have a problem. Do you not think we have a problem?
I think we do have a problem. But do I think that people are doing their best to fight against that in their communities? Yes.
You believe all people are good?
No. That's cool.
No, Ree, I don't think that.
No, they're not. They're animalistic.
I know.
Shout out to Nick Cannon. But there's definitely a situation we have to approach and talk about.
Right.
And to say people are doing their best is great, but it's not fixing the issue. So how do we fix the issue?
Is it on your Twitter platform, your Instagram platform? We have all these people listening and watching. Or is it time when you give a political speech? Is it whatever? You know what I mean? It's probably not the time to have it. So, yeah, in the comfort of your own home with your family, talk about black on black crime.
Yeah, but you be dead in it.
Fuck it, talk about crime, because black on black crime is not
right. That's why I didn't call it that, because I think it's a term that was coined by the Reagans and shit like, fuck them. But there's clearly, we have a crime issue.
We do.
When you hear about shootings in Indianapolis, what do you assume?
I know where it probably went down.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so whenever that happens to me, I always ask the question, well, why? Why is it? What is going on? What do we need so that crime is eliminated in these particular neighborhoods and environments? There's a lot of shit that we need.
Yeah, but it'll be tied. It'll be tied to like poverty. But they brought up poverty for others, and I don't think that's the issue they run into as much. But for us, for whatever reason, violence is an issue.
And my whole rebuttal with that is there is a lot of data. There's a lot of evidence that suggests as to why we struggle with that in itself. It is results of systemic oppression, and I don't want to feel belittled or that is what I'm talking about is very real.
I was backed up by stats,
man, for decades. So again, that conversation has to go to solutions. We got to vote. We got to figure out ways in which we can get resources into our communities so that these things don't happen any further, any longer. And we have to work as a society, no matter the color of your skin, to get to that particular point. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with this shit. That's why I don't like when we sit here and condemn ourselves all the time. We got to play the why game every time. Well, why is that always happening? Why? Isn't that strange?
Sometimes the why is because this nigga's wilding.
Yeah, sometimes niggas be on one.
Okay.
And that's the niggas at the fair.
And you don't want to hear that. You don't agree with that. There's no way you agree with that.
I guess I'm always gonna say, well, why are niggas always wild?
But you know me, I'm a pro-black nigga. I love niggas. I do.
Y'all my niggas.
But I still be like, all niggas is wilding. Because that's the thing. We have the hardest time as black people separate. We can't segment. We're not allowed that ability. White people segment. Oh, they're white trash, yada yada yada. Whatever, they're poor.
We're just niggas.
We can't do that. We can never say, oh, you know what I'm saying, we're up here, they're down there. We don't have the ability to do that. And we can't differentiate amongst each other. So that's the issue we always have. Because you don't want to ever, like, you know what I'm saying, hey, these niggas is wilding over here. Because niggas are wilding over here. This has been a weird summer in Nap. This niggas shooting in malls. What the fuck is going on in Nap?
Now.
But you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think white people ever had the issue, be like, hey, man, those
that's
particular
real.
people are having a problem
and that's
right
real.
now.
And that's real.
I don't even know if the Latin culture has an issue with that. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Sure
Niggas,
they got their own
mom braids over there going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. But they also,
loco.
They also, you know, our Latino brothers and sisters, Latinx brothers and sisters, but also not ancestors of people that just put in chains, that dealt with Jim Crow, and so on and so forth.
They call it fade too, though.
Yes, and I don't want to talk about the oppression Olympics, but goddamn, we talking about the oppression Olympics. Goddamn, we got to gold medal.
Yeah, we are on the top
world record.
The middle podium like this, nigga.
So you can't, to me, the nigga that was blindly shooting at the mall, I don't want to hear shit about him being oppressed. That nigga's just a fool.
Okay.
I don't call niggas fools. I'm not supposed to.
All right.
Clown, the dummy, nigga.
So inherently, niggas is wild niggas.
No, not inherently.
Wild.
No,
not inherently, but there's definitely one-offs. Nigga, like,
yeah, there's outliers in every system.
Now, I can get behind some stuff like that. I can get behind that.
Okay, cool.
All right.
No,
Next.
Cool. That is cool. Next. Cool?
Next.
Cool. Next. Oh, shit.